Judge Kamara say, he said Tripoli, you really convinced say we Sierra Leoneans they will go salon on vacation will they go? Eh? On a feedcation? Feeding everyone but we safe until we return? Then go come early morning for can say hi. And not go even allow you for sleep fine. Oh, then at the States, we can't sleep. Because what you do, we got for go work for go Fenam. Or go salon, we family, they can't tell where I do early morning. So sleep, deprive. We go salon no, we there and so it happen. And so Judge Kamara ain't see. Like I want Alpha, let we hear waiting at Alpha in summary for the week. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
I want to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon to we listeners all over the world. I want for first of all continue for say my condolence message to the one that we lost their life by this incident we happen at Sierra Leone. And secondly, I want for we want to join the voices then we don't strongly condemn violence in the country, and we no ever promote violence in this platform. So for the one that we don't know, where they misinterpret or misinform people, them this platform always and go always condemn violence. We believe say there are other ways for bringing out your vengeance, or there are other ways for make you bring out you see where the money you. First thing I will talk on Tripoli and the presidential address to the nation. Of course, for me, we don't call for the president for talk to him people. Them we don't talk for either relationship delay build between the president and in country, But most of the time, we see say the president they out of the country, say they go for rebrand the nation. Okay, which for them is very good. But the point I want for make Naya Tripoli, this incident will happen so like these 2 days. The big question is the president in speech we give, did he address the problem or he further compound the problem? Or in fact, politics shows inside in speech very clearly. Because what to make an ask them 3 questions there and that. When this thing happen, what we learn from them as a nation? Again, waiting apart from what we learn from them as a nation, as a government, as even civilians, them waiting we learn from this big incident will happen. We don't lost almost 27 life. That's the one that we account for. The one that we don't account for, we don't know. That don't die later, we don't know. But based on the reports, it's like that, yeah. But what we learn as a nation, waiting at the way forward. Would we go all responsible? Would that be at the greatest responsibility in all this? But what me see in the whole of the address who President Guy, as for me, that's my personal take, and I'm responsible for it. As he said, so much blame game. We blame the diaspora, them, then they incite people, them, then they this, then they that. So there is nobody there to take the responsibility. When you go back to the security sector, they say now a faceless strike, yeah? Now a faceless protest, so you don't know who to talk to. But again, what thing then they do now? Don't we think say now them for me don't do to prevent this thing? We see the soldiers, then they go out in the streets, they encourage people for come out, not to be parts of violence, not to allow politicians for use them. Don't we think this we are doing now was what we should have done before this incident happened? That 20-something people away don't die should not have lost their life just like that. If what they do now, then don't do it. Go back to the strategic committee where the president set up. Yeah, now they are doing their role. Not when the president don't give speech, then they go back for go re-emphasize what the president don't say. Apart from re-emphasizing what the president don't say, because of the politics they inside them, you see, say they don't begin call names now. They don't call mayor. They don't call Samura Kamara. Then is this the way forward? What have we learned from this thing? This is my big question. Where I think it's yet to be addressed, Triple A and listeners them, because by now, not only for just investigate. What is where would we get it all wrong? Yeah. How are we going further to address it to make sure, see, when short problem they come up now, We get a prompt action for take place where we not go get lost of life again. If people want to express their grievances, they want to express their joy for a political party or government, is that their right? Should the police give them clearance? Should the police protect them? What have we learned from it as a nation? Not only for just cast the blame. If you watch, in fact, from the day the president land, we don't begin get statements. They say now the opposition and they instigate. People even call them. Is it true? Do we have evidence to that effect? Is that how to resolve this issue? So there is a lot to learn, but the thing where they affect with AAA na Sierra Leone, whether people shy from it or whether people no one for say, and politics is hitting the fabrics of the peace what we get in Sierra Leone, is hitting the fabric of the cohesion what we don't build all this time. Because we think say politics is just a game, politics is just number, so we should play it every day, every time when we wake up. Now that make when incident like this they happen, you see spokesman, you see strategic committee people still then on radio, they call people by name, they this, they that. What have they learned from it? There is none of them has taken the responsibility. None. If I'm wrong, let somebody prove me right. I follow up the comment section. Let somebody tell me say this person don't take responsibility. As a government, if you picking them, or as a papa na also if you picking them get some two way they monitor them, don't you think you should give them listeners? If you strategic committee where they're responsible for disseminate message from the government to the people, from the people to the government, they do not play their role. Why can't them take the responsibility? Now, after when the president don't give his speech, he don't make his statement, don't attend them call a television program. They not meeting say them for don't call television program from the day one when they don't begin here say strike they happen for educate people. It also for me, the government has a lot to do. Sierra Leone has a lot to do. At the same time, people in the diaspora, where that then they do the incitement according to, they too have a lot to do. Let them change their messages. You see, but honestly speaking, this thing will go they die out, nothing will come out from it. Nothing. Instead, be careful, they will begin pointing people away, sometimes innocently. Then they go about their business because one or two cameras capture them in their own then they go begin point them. There are people where directly then go lie at them because because of their affiliation. That is it. And that's not how you solve conflict. Whether we like it or not, this August incident now a conflict now the city, now the country. That's not how you resolve it. Not to begin go point the government for candle crack on the people them. That's not how you resolve conflict. Go back to the bottom line. What has led this? No put the blame. Yes, we agree say the whole world things are hard, but governments in the other parts of the world are still doing a lot for cushioning or for reduce the suffering of its people. But if we young governments not take that responsibility, I could remember when they interviewed the president at BBC, he accept and say that should be the responsibility of the government. When the youth they're not and when the youth they're not glad, when they not get job for do, who is responsible? It's the government. But has they accepted this strike action? Say the government still get more for do? No way, Tripoli. All right, I will left that one day. Now go to my other point. I really want for continue for dog me heart with Sheku. Sheku touch me. Myself, I feel him because we self the word touch with Tripoli. I'm not left for remember then sim then day because when you remember what you don't lost, what you don't go, you go tend for the the pain the carbon fresh now your mind. But I want to say, by the grace of God, Sierra Leone no go to war ever. We will continue for raise we voice, we will continue for talk. This thing the way they do so now they not be do today. Now make people then you don't take up weapons. But people are having the opportunity to speak out now. Yeah, and like I say, it make one statement very, 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 very touching. It says as if we don't forget what led to the war. And honestly speaking, let's go back to the TRC reports. The TRC reports make it categorically clear, Tripoli. It says injustice now one part, the major things that will lead to the war. What are we seeing today? Is it not injustice? We not see a lot of injustice. We not see say the court system don't be politicized. It's happening, not a story, not a new things to people. But are we learning from them? No. I can tell people, even developed world, they went, in fact, for example, Canada, they have a TRC report because they went through a lot of things. But what did they do? They make sure say the TRC report, then they teach in our universities. Let students then know what led to them things then they. Yeah. Then they make sure say every letter, every recommendation on the TRC, government out, they implement within the day. So what thing they happen? They help for heal the wounds them of people that will be affected. What are we doing with our own TRC? Even at the shelves, them now they don't left. We not care. Politics is all over. And I always they say this: if we want to develop as a nation, we want to move forward as a nation, we always need to move politics out of them things they are. When we talk about development, we should move politics out of it. Because the politician now but a limited time. When you get a sustainable development, it'll go for decades, years. We still get a system. So we need to move them out. So the brother make a very, very good salient point. They call on people, do you see they beg? No, not go to the thing a day again because it's sad. Whether you do a political party, you know the way work come, all man will suffer. So now that make it still the call on them. He said they join the voice with them for call on Sierra Leone and them. Anybody will say for go to war, let we denounce that person there with all seriousness what we get inside. The other point where I'll go and Triple might be my second to last point. Now the mayor in statement. You see, like I say again, waiting the strategic committee for don't do before this time. Now they want for do them. Where it don't too late. Lives they don't go. We don't lose property them. Waiting the boss do people them. Boss them pack, then go then damage a boss, born boss. What will benefit from us as a nation? We don't lost two bosses when they take people to different provincial towns them. Is it happening now? When them two bosses then they don't go, it don't reduce all the transport system. Is it making life easy? No, it's going to make things difficult again. You see? So for me, the mayor making statement very clear. But again, you see where they talk about politics. Like we pull politics in everything. Yeah, if they get evidence against the mayor, say inside to get this, take it on her, right? But not the way you can media, you begin calling them, you they create problem. AAA. Unfortunate for do some projects back when they deal with council. AAA. The thing with city council they suffer now that office, that SLPP office where they near them. The thing where then they suffer, then go cause people, then they attack people, then they all kinds of things they do. Waiting do because politics they play. They say the mayor, not to the mayor, all kinds of things that they do. There's a lot of evidence to that. Why? Is it helping the nation? No way. Una broke the glass, then they but that new building where they put so with what side they can say Aliongo. Now backward no more. Yeah. So we have to remove politics in the entire what they see. Government need for take up the responsibility, then for they condemn the entire openly. Not to even go na corner. Some of them, but then they will not then self the sponsor, then basically need for stop them here. Why must you sponsor gang? Why must you get a gang team? Show that team. Why must you, as a political party, the most of them back? It's not done for a nation where we, in fact, no, that third world nation, very, very underdeveloped. Things that work for they do them, but then they for promote them, we for mainly their land job, not only for stock them for protect we. It's not done as a nation. The last thing I go make AAA now for the market table where they broke na Abacha Street. Has that solved the problem? No. They make provision for them people and the way they sell yonder? No. Then consult the city council? No. Wait to make them broken. Because na politics again. They think Abacha Street sellers, the one and then APC people and so, and then they police demonstration and all these things. So the best way for revenge back now for go destroy the table, they not get side for sale. But did you make, as the government, as a council, did they make any provision for these people? No way, no provision was made. Or that they suffer. Now the country back they go down. All the one and the way they hundreds of people the way they sell at that place, how many families they live out of them ladies then they all now don't sit down. Has the government profit anything from that? No. Then they did and then they pay tax. Yeah, then they pay city council tickets, then they pay tax. So say that they buy and then shop them, then say they pay tax. Is he improving the country with the tax? Yes. When they don't stop the sonar, when they don't broke the market stable, has that going to improve on the country? No way. Has the government created a means for move them off the street, build mall for them or whatever? Not at all. Politics in every aspect. And Yukali said it. We have politicized everything as Sierra Leone. Everything. You talk fine, just nobody government, opposition party go tell you say you na APC, SLPP the support. You talk against the government, the SLPP person go tell you say you na APC you did. How has Sierra Leone become now? So nobody has the freedom to speak his or her mind. They will most clash you you did. Is that right? No. So for me on personal take in this summary for the week, they call on the government. Now you know the papa that the country. Now you get for accept certain things. You get for open room for dialogue. I believe say if they want, they don't open room for dialogue, we'll not get this crisis or get to this 2 days. We'll not ever get them. I believe say if the government we don't create more job opportunity. Some people can argue this one, say governments all over the world, not so that they create job no more. But Sierra Leone is it's sad when somebody they say so. Almost people in government they employ in Sierra Leone. Some man in one rent pay, the minister one rent pay. I can tell you, you're able to pay 5-10 youths them. Some man don't pass 60 years, is still there inside government, they come out. When they reach age for retire, then they go renew the age back. All them things and the young people they get opportunity for their office, for get job. Where you go, then go tell you about job experience. Is job experience there for sale? No way. Youths then they graduate every year, then they graduate from universities. Where is the job? Are they teaching the right courses in the university for make the youths then can be self-employed? Not at all. So there is lot for the AAA. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Not going inside you, today Saturday. Self will get your own bites now. Hope so. I remember something I'm not talking. Now 3 hours we don't do now. I remember something but I need talking. Make I bring in Tony. Make we waiting na your summary for the week. Welcome Tony to Jones. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham. Thanks for having me and Kusha and Kabo from them. Me on take for the week basically go look for talk to the president and whoever they listen will get connection to the president. Waiting we see we unfold. Now we are few days back basically get for do with a lot where we can take from them. One get for do with idleness. We like you always say when an idle mind na the devil in workshop. You see a lot of the youths them that day. You understand? Few days. If somebody need they get job where they do a go work with sustainable, you not go left in job, you go pan riot, or you go pan demonstration, or you go pan protest, whatever way you want for call them. I think the thing with the government got for taking to this thing is they have to create a scheme. Even if they get a scheme right now, they get a robust one way actually they cater for more people for making them go be trained. You understand? I have said these things several times. We used to forget OIC when I'm a very good institution where they I think a boy they also where people they go learn trade. Some they go learn how for make keys, some they go learn how for do a lot of different trades them. We may get trade centers self within a dockyard and everything. I think it's high time we invest a lot in how we're able to build the middle level manpower. You understand? We've seen companies have come, London Mining Days, Africa Minerals, this and that. Then they come with driver them, where they come drive front loader or trucks, them big thing, and they even Octane mining and everything. I believe say we have the resources. The resources when we with the human beings that the only thing we're missing, now the training, now the skills we're not there. I feel say government, this one, because if somebody get job, nobody no go in and no sign of the world will go incite me because I know say I get job where they do. I get something where I know into. You understand? Let them use this opportunity. I'm happy I see the military or they do pay what's in a corporate now tongue, they dedicate people. This has been like this is what we want to see. You understand? We not want for let we be reactive all the time. Let be proactive. You understand? We get for build institutions them we go able for help the young people and for make them get trade. I not say the government gets Waska scheme where they get that car wash thing, but it's not sustainable during the rains. And with the getting season from look how long we rains the last national salon. You understand? Almost the people they in a car wash, right? Almost people they go in a car wash for go wash them, which can wait in the rain like this. You understand? Let's have a plan. I'm not saying they talk about farm and this and that. Yes, farm can be good taking youth to farm, but not everybody wants food in a farm because when you look farming now, they because there's more technology we don't involve. We you don't need forget about human power. Everything now is mechanized. Everything now machine technology don't aid farming now. We are in even for water the thing they for do with the cola. Everything is work with 30 mammy they do or 100 mammy they do with technology now. Probably not just one operator or two or five people go do that job there. So even the farming what we try for talk about, not go able for cater more for more of we youth them. So we get for look in depth into plants and what we know see. We want for train people and for make them become more accountable. You understand for their own livelihood where they go able for train. No, there's a huge demand for masoners. There's huge demand for plumbers, welders, this, that, different field them. You understand? Because of the limited quantity within make even you will get projects or whatever way you are work man, they charge you heavily because it's make now few people them do. Make you get the youth ministry, make them they enroll some of them things. And let it be like like a Bible where they echo them every day even at such a radio station that you will want for between get these institutions. We see when the armor the education side institution, world institutions, international institution, and they will come up organization, will come and provide funds. Once the World Bank or whatever or UNDP or whatever say okay, the government is rolling out a scheme. This is something I did presentation on TED Talk one time. You understand? Where I mean, a lot of people that went out to even Sierra Leone and they see it and then they say, oh no, it's a very good plan. And this night they kill Africa, especially West Africa. We don't get to use them where they train for handle certain tasks. Them. What did exhibit so before we face? Not just idleness. You understand? Government need forget that we get national workshop. You can open a whole institution, a workshop where they help people train people them how for do furnitures and this and that layouts. Boku thing the way you go learn. Boku thing them. There are countries and they even Ghana when this thing happened when the COVID hits. Their mask and everything, they get institution when they do their mask. They don't be the wait for make China can't give them mask. No, they have the fabric. They have all the material. What it takes for make them do it. They did it themselves. We have all this potential. We cannot just wait all the time. If you say, oh, they wait for investor, international investor for come, this and that. No. If you create a scheme where go help the young people then for make them able for become self-reliant and train themselves, some people then go there we go definitely be their own boss for themselves and recruit people that will go they work under them. All this will reduce the tension what will they see. Because once people they do not get job, then they are we not get job, we not get this. You go always to see this kind of scenario. You understand? So the government get for look at the ways where they get for bringing projects them. Certain things for develop the youth self. Even people that when they come on a college. Not that some people don't get ideas. Some people have ideas. They do capstone or they do projects in a college where they're waiting, but they don't get the resources for how let they actualize some of their things. The banking institutions that we get, their interest rates are very high. They are very high. We need forget sleeper. Where they near parliament for serve as a collateral, for serve as an institution where go help new emerging business people, new entrepreneurs them. You know, where they come on college, where they come on out of whatever institution, polytechnic or this, that, where they're going for the offer loans at a reduced price. Since then will be like a collateral, get a scheme and go for design properly. Then can be a monitoring, like get a monitoring team, monitoring officer, where they service some of them or them for monitor some of them people where they take loan and see their business they on track and then go for repay their loans they would not take. Get, try for teach people how they can come into partnership. They get brilliant ideas. We cannot be waiting for everything for come overseas, for go salon. We can do our salon. If we get the resources and everything, I mean, even if international investors, them when they go there, say these are the ideas people then get on ground. They need afraid for kind invest because they know say they don't need for count expatriates. They already get people that we get the skills, we get the know-how, we get everything where they look for. But for they wait for everything on the silver platter, we they wait for alternate they go with grants, alternate they go with aid, alternate they go with this. Now they make we they spend in a way where we not they spend smart, we not they spend prudently. Because we know we just spend because the album say money they come. When you listen to the president in speech, he mentioned about a lot of constraints. All these things were highlighted, so there were questions asked on them. And the reason why they get constrained, because I mean, we're not going to get just get few revenue stream and expect for make our economy be sustainable. No. You got to think outside the box. How we're able to get more stream, more revenue stream. We're able to make sure say we're able to get more funds, more this, 10 things, and then they grow your GDP. Then they make people that know say, I mean, because anybody want to invest in your country, they look at due diligence. They look at what's in the prospect. How the business go there in the next 5 years? How we go there in the next 10 years? They look at short and long-term plans. Because nobody they go into business for a few days. In accounts, we call them going concern. You set up a business where say you want the business for continue. You don't want to see your business along the line like a Sam King and others. A lot of Sierra Leoneans have the brain, they have the ideas, but the resources not. Let them consider over there. You can go to a bank, if you get your credit good or whatever, you get a loan. They give you a loan if you whatever business you want for start. But Sierra Leone, it's not there. You only get loans for them big players, them Lebanese, Chinese, Indians, or whatever. Now then they give loan. Probably for inferiority complex or whatever. I mean, God knows. But when you have institution where like Slipper, where Slipper and Sierra Leone Export, Imports and Promotion Agency, then and therefore for promotes imports and exports. So they have to see how they go able to work with the bank. Even the day where they do this, they pull this new money. What was this? I mean, they mention about that, how the banks, the commercial bank, they go able for the give loans, how they go able for reduce. But it's not about giving the loans. People know how to go take a loan at the end of the day. You're able for service your loan. You want to go take a loan where you go comfortably, able for get from your profit, you're able for save some, and able for repay your loan. But if you get an interest rate where it's so high, and then the probability of you making a break-even or even get a surplus on your investment, I mean, how are you going to service your loan if you're not able to get a surplus? It's a real challenge. We all know Sam King. Sam King was a household name for during the war. I mean, he faced the same pressure where a lot of people want to go into business that they face. He went and took loan from a commercial bank. He built a Kimbima hotel. He has to pay every month on the loan. He get full house, so he not get full house, so he get for pay every month on the loan. But also you get businesses. Yeah, that country, you see, governments they make provision for businesses where in situation where they don't for let not going to let not able. I mean, give them that kind of support, just like how they give GMC that kind of support. A man like that, they do so much in investments in Sierra Leone, if they're stationary, if they're into building or their estate, whatever, this and that. Now, if I don't grow by now, more people, if I don't get more apprentices, more, why are they use him as a scenario here? Now, because a lot of people know how they're in business those days. So we can forget a system that we country we are in. This institution, this bank or commercial institution or local banks, like commercial banks, or local commercial, these are government-owned institutions where government get control over. Let them get a scheme. Even when they talk about farming as well. The farmers as well not even get a ready market, not to all of them. Bring me for a scenario here, they support farmers there. Sorghum. Sorghum now one of the ingredients that they use for make beer. Because they get bad ops, now import them the import ops. Kobe Walker, when the MD right now, National Petroleum, they tell me the UT Bank, because na brewery, come and my former boss na brewery. When you go UT Bank, that one scheme where it's right for road. Then partner with farmers. They make sure say they give the farmer the loan, they go farm. So when they get them sorghum, when they not harvest, then they count and bring it. So there was a ready market. You understand? We help the business. We help them greatly. Oh, no, I'm not working tonight. So basically what I'm saying here is we have to have institutions where we're able for help local people there, for make them able for invest, for make them able for we can't be waiting for all some international investors for medical. We can start local and grow from there. It's better to start small and then in few times you grow. So that's not me on take our for say. But what we see unfold recently, not just because idleness there. Idleness plenty in the country. Because I see on it where somebody they sit down religiously, if me don't come work on net. Well for the rest, I go sit down, they put speaker, they listen to somebody where sit down now one side and now the one side say they smoke it or whatever they drink Europe, in they talk to who they listen. Just because of we are idle, because we're not getting for it. We can invest so much potential. Fishing, this and that, we can invest a lot. Now we try for see how we came for bring areas there. Now we also take that the April. Let the government all relent, they have some good plans and everything. Sometimes let we see how we able to think outside the box, bring the initiatives. We go help the youth them. Otherwise we go see similar thing like this. Then I may take Abraham. Thanks so much for having me.
But thank you very much, Tony.
Do something for the youth. We need for build with middle level manpower. We really need for build that amount.
All right, thank you. One for say thanks to Tony and us friend with Alpha for their own summary for the week. Now your opportunity this. Maybe yesterday you want to talk with the president in speech, be your opportunity. Well, now you have one. The phone line open. It's Saturday. We're not it's here. I'll make a quick. Eh? Phone line open now. You will not know the number for call. Looking at your screen, the green section, the numbers then they scroll there. Yes, Mamadou. 5 minutes. Waiting your contribution.
Concerning waiting, my contribution is a concern waiting. Abraham just talk so is for train the youngs, the youths them. We don't have to talk. Say, I give you advice. So we can Germany, okay. Then try to put in a school. Also they learn, follow a big better result. We learn the language. We learn how to calculate basic mathematics, make it faster for we. So we go for enter the Berufsschule. Berufsschule means the side they go learn skill. From there, when you pass your exam, you get a diploma. You work 2 years, you go for masters. So what government for do now? They for try for building school there. This electrical school or Lager Logistics school, like Lager Logistics in Germany are 2 years. You do it 2 years. If you do it 3.5 years, you get diploma. You understand? So government will try for build this, then institutions there, then school there, so put teacher there, because most of the teachers they all get now then school there. They learn the skill first before they go to the school. Before they get a bachelor's or so what. Before they go begin to teach. So government need for put money. This na the future. This na the world. Skills na the future. Because we get bobo that we come out na college and university. They left the university, then can't down, they can't join in at the school. At the school, they say this are the future. So if we go sit up in university, they read, the condom, you know, for do, sabi that practice. It don't make sense. For example, I see the hospital where they build na I call them yanda, na barrick yanda. The electrician, I know what oppose more, but according to the RC, they doing job. In order to qualify, I need oppose more. Like how we see the system now, so like how we learn in our school. It's quite different. So government if put money for this thing at the future, this if the government want to divert the youth in the streets to put them into better places. They go for build then school there, na Freetown, na Bo, na Kenema, and pack pressure on them because we get one side they call electro inung, for example, okay. The one and then the Anvek Kama. We get the school, we get Anvek Kama. Anvek Kama, and then they go do the last exam. Then they give you now something like a book like, or say yes, you qualify as electrician for work as electrician. So that one and then now then they work with the state, with the city. The school back they work with the start munching. You understand? So you take as a apprentice, where they work under them. And the thing they make them, you not get time for yourself. They pack pressure for you, for let you learn for the next 3-4 years, for let them put you in the market, for let they will get for work and pay tax at the country. So that's in a way they put it. Until they done now, the company where they work now for land they work, they don't take you already now. Because then the government they pay and the company in the back way they at the country, then by they take the youth and then train them 3 years, 6 months. Now they pay school fee for them. Now they pay the school for them. After they pay the youth back, we months to, for example, okay, right now the money they pay the youth about they pay about 700 to 800 euro for first year. Second year you go like 50, they add 50 euro on top. Third year they add like 50 euro. We go final year, you pass the exam, they pay you instantly your complete salary. So the government need for put this, they need for put all the efforts when they for do this where the president they talk say human capital. Now they na the future. Now they Germany only when they come on the Ukraine so come. Only when they way gonna we cancel. Instantly this year, so September, they don't start for good school. They start for good school. They do this 2 years. They call them Beruf Vorbereitungsjahr. They do it 2 years. You sabi the language. You choose what you want for do. And you choose what you want for do. Not supposed to choose for you. If you want to be an electrician, okay. If you want to be a plumber, okay. If you want to be a Heizung, what they call it left to you. Anything you want for do. So government, me, what are they plead for? Because we will not be guaranteed in a Salome. I don't see the system now. We need for put money, big money for this project, and try for build the youth. Let's for pay no more school fee. People they go school, they go see for sabi read, no more sabi read. You sabi read, not sabi do something. You know nothing. Even for now for do something, it's very very important. Let me make Germany right now like this September, this June, this we school election, and we sit exam. They don't get more than how many million young youth we don't become electrician, we don't become a plumber, we don't become this, we don't become that. We take the next place for pay the next man your own tax, your rent. So they call it where they go pension. Okay, your pension. So government need for put boku money for this business. Now the project is we get the future now, the one on wall. Now in this. So Mr. President, I beg you, bro. Me, I like you so much. I want you focus and think about this and try for know how for pour money on this for we the youth here. You go ready for come Nasalo one day by God in power. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, caller, your name and where you call from, please.
Yeah, we are concerned citizens that they come from United States.
You get 5 minutes.
5 minutes go boku safe. Okay, make a start. Simply, may God bless you first for this good work they do. They make they know exactly which they go on. They analyze them in a very nice way. We were all able to understand exactly waiting at some of the statements or waiting at some of the things how they go on. You know, I want for agree with some of the things with the caller before you open the line with the talk. You know, me na possibly can go free talk almost every year. They go free talk. Even this year, I went to Freetown and I noticed one thing. I noticed that there are a lot of youths with no job, and these youths are so disgruntled. They are disgruntled, lots of disgruntled youths. You know, there was a time I talked with one of my friend. I say, wait to make this government not go open some vocational institutions. I say, Salon, we no need this all man go college. As I make we dey get this boku fake degree issue because all man feel say if I no land book go college, I no land. If I no land book, if I no get college degree, then I no land. So then they do all kind way for go get this degree and for make themselves go say me self I land. I say now this bring am. I say why make you no work out with this middle, they empower the middleman, that middleman. I say because oversee na that middleman na him get job, na him dey get job, that middleman power. You see, people maybe they get the community college. They get community college. If you're not able for go now, the university, go community college, go learn something. From that community college, you're able get job where you're able for take care of yourself. Okay, the call I make mention. Remember, there was time where you know what, where I be the secondary school. I mean, go for the first time. Now go see the guy so with black trousers. The woman they wear skirts, though with one light blue top. You know, so I get for ask say, who school this? I say not to school. They say na OIC. Now I say what you call OIC? The Opportunity something institute. So now I say, wow. I say that's good. You know, these are the things that we need presently in Sierra Leone. Then break out institutions them who say then go train young boys them. Not to we come out na secondary school, not to all man get that money for go college. College now not expensive. Now they became the spy because they want get requirement for go college. Because if you not get requirements, they no go college. So what they get for do? They get for spy. That's why we get a lot of malpractice na them public exams there. But if they get this middle power, outside then they send somebody we don't what you don't sit you was you don't get a high school. Go yonder, go learn something, go learn carpentry, go learn messina, go learn tailoring, go learn art and crafts. You get empower, open all over the different region there. Just like how they get that OIC, make they get OIC na Bo, they get OIC Kenema, they get OIC na the other regions them. Una make them don't free to be get that training center, how they call it, technical institute or training center. Yes, free to get training center. People in the good day, then they go learn. Me sabi somebody when a training center na they go. They like it today. He is self-employed. He go do carpentry. Now that carpentry now they survive until today. I sabi somebody. So why the government no count their institutions and they work out car wash? What's in a car wash? You know, what's in a car wash for what? What kind of skill we forget for what motor car? Those are unskilled jobs. Car wash something where they train the person where you they empower for good. If somebody go learn carpentry, you don't save the person, you don't save your family. They don't save other people and back. But the crowd thinks that we're not necessary. So this is the problem. All what happens so are because the young man then disgruntled. AAA for 4 years, students in the Como College, thousands of them at the Como College, they have no job. Just imagine for go college, he arts. You don't spend all your money, you don't go college. You don't come out college, you people in feel say you can't get something from you say go feel say you can't get job and enjoy. Nothing. There is no job. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you become so frustrated, so disgruntled. You understand? Even I get some of my friends that for more than 6 na how they call this college. Na MMC Milsimagai College. For more than 6, if I tell you say today the results will come, you don't believe now one only at this they cancel. 1 whole year, the results will come out. Tell me, that man is Sidom. You don't go do 3 years old. After 3 years, you don't go do 3 years na college. Up till now, the results will come out. So, say today, the results will come out. Ask her recently, tell me, say, how the result, they say, past day, therefore, it's till December. And the results will come out. So, 1 whole year. Don't go fake. And remember, I say time now we greatest enemy. Time not even nobody in favor. So why this government no go do something for empower the youth here, the young Maya? Create job opportunity. If job not there, let them go learn. Let them go learn job. Okay, sir. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. What you call one team, not call again. You repeatedly they call somebody else then at the phone. Now, yeah? First come, first serve basis. Just call one team, you don't be in line. Like right now, the phone line don't close. We get a lot of calls then for return. At 3 numbers that we can put. Not keep the call. Other people themselves don't call, so no worry you. We return all man in call, but on first come, first serve basis. And I can forget that one they say, that amount they not do for me, self. That time they not do for me. I forget that one and they. But most of the way people can say, I talk to them before that day. Okay. No call, I beg. The numbers are now with they all want bring and come on board. Who do they talk to, please?
Hello, good evening. My name is Tijan. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Yes, Tijan, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yes, Triple, first of all, I want to thank you for all the hard work that you're doing. Without your diligence, it'll be very difficult to keep up on Sierra Leone politics and all the things that are happening locally down there. So I want to give you a big thanks for that. First and foremost, one of the first things that really annoyed me about what I witnessed, or what the world witnessed, happened to my country the past few days, is the fact that while these things were transpiring on the ground, the president of our nation was nowhere to be found. And this is a problem because I personally believe that as a leader, it doesn't matter what the scenario is or what the situation is. As a leader of a country, the moment the nation begins to go into turmoil, instantaneously, you are to return back to your people. You are to address your people accordingly, appropriately, so that there can be calmness in the country, so that everyone can be heard and feel like they're heard. Because this is one of the biggest problems that I've noticed is taking place here, right? The people are not being heard, right? The people, they feel as though they're being ignored. They feel as though they have no freedom of speech. They feel as though their president, who they put in power, because I think that's a problem that is something that our people tend to forget, that we are the ones that are putting these politicians in power, meaning that they work for the people. It's not the other way around. So when a crisis like this unfolds in a nation, the individual that has been put in power by the nation to rule and lead the nation should be there for the people instantaneously. That's my first grievance. Second issue that I have here, the president keeps talking about joblessness. I heard him on CNN. He referred to the fact that the youths are jobless and they're idle. That's why they're being incited. They're being provoked to incite violence. And I remember the reporter asking him, "Don't you think, though, being that you're mentioning that the joblessness is an issue, don't you believe that's a valid concern?" Something along those lines. And his response to this was that he was creating he brought about this free education, and that's supposed to help with the joblessness. But it baffles me because I can't understand how 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds right, who are jobless currently in the country, facing hard times, how free education, free primary and secondary school education, how in the world that can help these people, these specific group of people, these youths, I would say between 21 to about 35, that group of people, what exactly is getting done for them? Nothing. And yet we sit and wonder why these people went onto the street to march. And as far as I know, they started marching peacefully. And then all of a sudden, chaos broke out when tear gas and live rounds of ammunition are getting shot into the crowd. And then you have a president that comes on and say, hey, this is not right. He puts the blame on the people and makes it seem as though that our people are going out of their way to incite violence in a peaceful country that's progressive. They're not living in a progressive country. I've been there. I was just there a year and a half ago. It is not a progressive country. However, I wanted to call in to say my heart goes out to all the citizens that lost their lives. I pray to God that this violence comes to an end. I pray to God that our people can be one and move forward as one. I pray to God that our leadership can understand its people, try to understand its people, and give an ear to its people, because the people are crying and they're suffering. And it is painful for the government to just turn a blind eye to the pain and suffering of the people of Sierra Leone. And my heart goes out to every single person that lost their lives and the family members that are suffering right now. I pray to God that you find solace some way, somehow. That's why I called in today. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much, caller. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. As long as you don't call one time, that's good. We go return your call, yeah? We go return your call. The phone line don't close, oh. Because I see some mama pass here to go to now. Phone line don't close. So that you had to go to where you want pass.
Mr. Harun Zubairu.
Yes, Harun Zubairu. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A. I saw you have the call constantly. I know we know saying that not a rule, but anyway, thank you for all what you do for my country. First, I would say me sympathy to the people that we died, the 27 people that we died. But before I go further and I assume, I don't know if I can use the word, but I think the president and in strategic team them, then deceive the people of Israel, including the vice president, where we get the utmost respect for. I will challenge anyone in this country, not the world, for tell we say anybody incite war in our country, or anybody incite and ask anybody to go kill policeman them. Nobody no ever say these things now. So the people who they say that they distort the information, they try to change the conversation now. So let's go before now. What did happen? What did matter you don't do in our country? First, the person in Taylor Pierce, Mr. Marabio make an effort for remove him from office. Now this is the reason why we protest peacefully and we ask the people of Sierra Leone for continue for protest and instead Miss Taylor Pierce, what did he do? What did the woman do will make Mr. Marabio remove her? It's because Marabio then they take the money and the woman they do a job. This woman not only do them to Marabio, but do them to Alice Vaikoma, but they don't remove her. Why? Not only that, this constant jailing people them, including Sylvia Blyden, including Kamarimba, including LJ, including Dennis Bright, including Femi Eme to the school. But they ask them why? Why does the president keep the jail people them? But not only that, in police people them gap, they shoot people them across the country, people away in our leg. No begin on McKinney. He go for generator, the bomb and the stone, then they protest, they go and shoot them at the heart. The beginning they bleed. Then they go, the president must say one word and try to bring peace to the country. This time this president too. But it's a positive beginning them don't understand them. It locked them and the pressure against today. Not only that, this president go back in the Pademba Road, my friends. They go back and go on 6 o'clock in the morning. They go and shoot people them. The Pademba Road. What about my 91? What about Tombo? Let me come for the democracy. In constituency 110, matter being a cohort cell. They go there, they block the ballot. My friends, they go to parliament, they remove 10 people from parliament. People where the people of Sierra Leone vote for, Mr. Marabio, remove them from office. This is the reason why they vote. It's not because the economy bad. The economy bad to the entire world. This is not the reason, my friends. It got in jail Paulo content. Because in all that can become an APC person. This man come back today, yesterday, he can't life away back than the entire world. Who's terrorism where anybody inflict at the country? Who does the diaspora talk about say we forgot overthrown a president? Which is the definition of overthrown? My friends, this is not true. We will continue to beat this drum and we will shut the lights that the world see. We want a peaceful protest and we ask this president to resign. It is enough of this behavior. Marabio in West based on African Express, go and tell me the amount of money when Marabio and the West take out of the country. Go to the bank, take the money out of her. African Express tell me again, say, the money where all the country there, including EU, Islamic Development Bank, all the money they give, Marabio they take from motorcycle money to hotel, they take all the money they go. We they ask the president, the contract, you don't reach them, and we they ask you for resign. Nobody at the raise me and they ask anybody that they can tell me who that. Say they for go kill people then. That's what I know today. And it's not true, and we're not going to allow this. Let's come back to the mayor, people. Remember Mr. Tondonen? Where is the wag his finger on an elected mayor? Who said the president state? Let me go back to Abu. We tell the people of McKinney say it go make that beginning day, the mama they wear black. Other incite this, my friends. Let me go back to Austin Johnny. We say they go kill Kanda Young Killer, they go take it and put him in the street, let the world see him. Other incite fight that country day. We ask the people when are the strategic committee, when are we people, when are we friends them? Then they left for insight and use politics as this. Marabio, you know so Mendy, but you use the Mendy for divide the country. And that's what you did. And we get in, we are not backing down, we're not relent, we will continue to beat this wrong until it's sick. Now the heart of the Sierra Leone people. And then we will go back to the ballots and remove this man from office as the only person will not come and overthrow 3 governments. This man will do another ballot or he resign today. We're not a fight. Thank you very much, Bossman. God bless you.
All right, Aaron Zubairo. Saturday. Whatever you say, a day on yeah? It's Saturday. I see people in and out and they ask, say, hey, how for call? No, the phone line don't close. We return calls now. Yes, Francis, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, Triple. Yeah, Triple. I tell you plenty. Thank you for where they keep up to this time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we they keep up, with all of frustration where we express. You you get the praise. Yeah, waiting at the try for talk. The Australian we all frustrated. All man they blame government, all man they blame um Marabio, all man they count new ideas. What if I really want to encourage everybody for do in the first place? What if we for do we getting find ideas then really for go salon for go join politics. If we not go join
You
politics,
explain, you allow like he call you because it's like say
no,
you get problem with the
yes,
because
I don't know.
I
It
dey
echo
faint
to
for
me,
you like
self.
say something ago. Okay, like call you right
Yes, it
back.
echo to me, self. But I
Yes,
don't know
okay.
what's happened.
Look like say they go Francis in way. That's why. If you be don't call, no worry you. Or they can't knock na you do much, yeah?
Yeah,
What
is it
about
better
now?
now? Yes, it's
Okay,
better
get the
now.
platform here. Carry on.
Yeah. Like waiting a bit talk, we always did diaspora and people then we get concerned about politics. We get all them fine ideas there. Yeah. Sometimes we not go left outside and make suggestion until we go na the pitch. When we go na the pitch, we go put all them with ideas then for score the goals. A lot of people they put the bad name per mother bio, all this 4 years, plenty things for don't happen. Yes, Nina the leader with the blame him. With the blame him, we get every right and everybody get the right for blame him today. But I dey encourage Sierra Leoneans and follow sit back small and reflect. Even we own house then where we get who they run. Not to so things they change overnight. And Sierra Leone politicians then they use we so much that we dey struggle with we democracy. We don't understand within a democracy today. If people then they say, "Men mother be resign," who that they want put there? APC now want go back? Fine. APC don't dey for 11 years. Una patient, make this man in your time done. If una feel say they do the right thing, una go vote him. But una say the man may resign. Is that going to bring peace na salon for the common man? Desperate, men mother be resign, not do A, not be do C, not be B. Fine. Not go resign. Go to the ballot box. Go vote him out. Then una find ideas. Then una bring another table. We dey struggle with this with politics here, with this with democracy. Not because of the kind people here. The thing when they talk, since way Pakaba, this world don't they introduce this democracy. These two parties here will they struggle for me they accept say when you compete they get the time, get the chance. Well, Pakaba where we all the praise today, not a small struggle for make a donder in time day. AFRC come, they pull out, we go Guinea. Why? Because some people say enough for the day. The Ecomoc count and back. We pack about hand over power to APC. The first thing we then do, then go burn SPP office just because we don't understand waiting a democracy. At the end of the day, waiting at the try for talk. Then two parties here. We want me to understand, say, hence na den na salon, na by turn. Where una don't do 11 years, una left una compete them, make them do. When them put up, una go to tell them, but una tell them at the ballot box. Simple and clear. But this political violence, it for stop. Now they no more they play on we, the youth man there. At the end of the day, people then they talk about OIC trade, this, that. We the America, not to America government, they tell people they say una go land trade. Or now go land this. So now you self we sit on the house. Now you dey ask yourself everything good for you. Then you go for make you look at the job market, waiting you go able to do for yourself. You choose fine. You know, like somebody be they talk in Germany or whatever, which kind of system they. Those systems are interior, the OIC, they trade them, then they, but the youth man, they know they go there, then they ride bike. They want fast money. Who's now they go produce job? Who that they go give job to youth man? We no get skill. Now this is the question. We just the holla no more say, hey, the youth man. Who that they go force youth man and host? Say can learn skill by force. We again for go ride Okada. And the problem as alone is not started to. And the next 10, 15 years, we then youth man then the ride bike, we then go don't tire, they no get no skill. Now they not get for on armed robbers then. And now then the politicians they get for youth. We will talk about agriculture. All the produce then who get Nasalo, they eat the rest of the day. Not to mechanize farming. Now local farming, they happen. Then we get all with pepper, with vegetable plazas. What are they do then? Now people then do it in a village. But when the youth man then don't come on a village, then don't come free on. Now then they cause this havoc. Like me, where are they talk? Me, I be left school for farming. I know exactly what thing that they try for talk. The one day when in a village where they're busy, they don't care about politics. They don't care about politicians. Now the big city then they don't care about politics. Now they care about politicians. Look Banju for example. Now granates and the plants they export. They know they do it with mechanized farming. Then they do it with their bare hands. But we use them as alone, then they wait for tools, then they blame government for cow this. If government not count all of those things, are you still going to wait? Are you going to create havoc? Who are they for feed you? Now the thing is, when they talk about cost of living protest around the world, where be happen in Britain, where be happen in Ghana or elsewhere, then they don't change the situation. No, but the same thing. So please, when would you talk about unemployment, the youth then? If that problem get for solved overnight without skill, it go solve, but it not ever get for solved. Then they talk and say, we tell the dog, tell the bone, talk to the bone. So at the end of the day, let's be honest. Tell we you brothers, people then they pull money, they buy Okada for them, 10 million in some, but they know they invest in the future. All the Okada they way they not then turn they not so then they buy them for themselves. Now the brother youth now the you know the one they were capable now they buy and send the youth money now straight. The other thing we want to waiting now with tax base. Oh, they demand so much from Salon government. Waiting now with tax base really in a Salon, with the exception of European Union and World Bank. Nothing will not able to pay for Nasalo. Even for pay salary self. Now then institution and then they top up that Salon budget every year. So when they ask for my government do this, my government, Salon government, once I be talking at this program, say Salon government no get money. Somebody say Salon government get money. Every day with the say they don't approve loan. Every day they don't approve this. You go get money, you left out, you go take loan. And the tax when they collect every month, 50% they go for service, then loan there. So with the demand, the problem not even started now, Salon. Now the next couple of years, then youth man, when they talk about OIC, these institutions are still there. Then they man the way the land tailoring, they still the land, but we the below stand as Salon, we they see the one the way they do messing or carpentry, how much money will they pay those guys for them working the way they do for me? Then other one and then have street no more than the past and they look for government. They wonder what they pay for do we work there. Not the government tell and say they go land missing work or carpentry work. They made those decisions by themselves. The institution did it. So my brother, thank you so much. I don't want to take the platform too much, but plenty of we brothers then they need for wake up. Stay blessed, my brother. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much, Francis.
Yeah.
If you don't call, Will they call you back? Will they call you first come, first serve basis? A lot of people they will don't call, will they call back? Now make we close the line because a lot of calls they will they return. So no worry you, yeah? Will they call you? Yes, Soldier for
Okay, sir.
Righteousness. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, AAA, and good evening, everyone. Let God bless we all. What I want to say, this not a wake-up call for Sierra Leone, especially the ones that way they lead the nation. Because not to the first time this they happen, and the leaders they they do nothing about it. Then just they shuffle. Then just they do shuffle. The woman then they don't come out. Then now another dissatisfaction of the youth them then come out, and they try for suppress the main reason why the people then dissatisfied, why the people then come out. So, I mean, they try for use political strategy for blame each other, but the fact is the reality they shown at the ground. Political blaming in order for solve the problem. In order for solve the problem in a salon, they need for go sit on a table. The party then with the rule governmental system them, they need for go sit on a table. Let them strategize a short-time goal, a long-time goal, how for bring salon to light back. Because waiting they do so right now we they continue for suffer with the people. Everything waiting they do so, they affect nothing with the people. Even the school, where they say free quality education, where the parents then wake for go work and bring hot food na or can cook, whether picking come on school. If them parents then they not get the ways and means, the opportunities and job, financial assistance, they still lack go happen because their school means they a long time goal for the country, for the future leaders them. We go can do better. Like the country produce good leaders then at the country, at the future. But right now, like we other caller be they say right now, the need for consider waiting them for do. And for even build salon, we don't say this now repeated things them back, we they frustrate, we they talk about waiting, we don't talk before, no, they listen. If they listen, I don't know if they hear or then get their own plan. Now salon people, they suffer. If no use strategy like Rwanda, for let them build salon, 5, 10, 20 years, rebuild the nation again. The youth them, another country day, if no put things in place right now, now then get for big problem for the nation. And government no get no right now what I see now for tackle then youth then they lock them up. If not then plan down there because no get nothing in place. So another thing waiting I go say back, only thing that are really happy. So now God allow them. If you go give me opportunity, I'll just say a little bit about spiritual things. Before the woman then did the strike, 1 year ago, I called my wife. I said, God tell me, show me for say, na me dream. Then woman did the strike. Then before I bring and come. The woman did the strike na freedom. So only thing where they happen because we they pray and the Spirit of God they send messages within the happen at the ground to in people them and for a lot we waiting for the pray for and aware. Now the things then they manifest so. They manifest. And by talking alone, in order for solve the problem, then get for go at the table, then get for understand and love for say, we they run this country for the betterment of Salone and the next generation where they can wait till they left for them. Then get for start for think like that, not for themselves no more. Then get for time, what will they left behind for them? Waiting at the blueprint where they pass over, you know. And then politicians fighting all. Now continuation of all this spillover where they happen. All this I don't see before. Years ago, they tell somebody, I say all this I don't see before where God show me, you know, the head man of Sierra Leone, now a meeting with other guy them, they play trick. Other mayors them na the country. I say, wow. Now a vision at the map. So then think they manifest because they learn nothing genuine. You know, if I can use that language there, everything gets in that country there. Everybody, they don't compromise. Mostly everybody, the leaders them, the careless language them where they use. They cost them. The leaders then they cost them. When and then they lead then they over people them. They cost. So only manifestation then they. And one guy again then be call him Harding. The word where they use, where blood don't spill, for say if not be in your security, this man here, if we don't shoot and pastor, now you know, they talk down there, you know, worldwide. No, for say, no, understand for say that they work for the Salone people, let the Salone people go always remember them. For say them man there, they do a great job, they left something for the nation. No, down there. So you know, like the other people in chance. Thank you very much, Triple A. Let God bless we and let God bless Sierra Leone. Let God bring come transformation in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, Soldier for Righteousness.
Welcome.
Yeah. We there. Don't worry. Be happy. Or they call you as long as if they don't call you. We dey knock na you the mouth now. Okay? This is the mouth will knock. Look like say the mouth will go for up again. Now one chance so. Oh, I think say this will be done with time. No, we don't count you. So now we can knock a leg for make. What they call. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. I'll see first. Yeah, we don't count this person. 4, 4, 3. I don't cover this one. Okay. I they go through because Namiko you call one thing fine. I tell you they go through na easy for call. Yes, Ezekiel, 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. First of all, I want to start with the me talk that no party no the way it get turn. So when a democracy we get every 4 or 5 years we vote. So nobody no get no turn. For say, oh, this person, if we give you opportunity for let you can work for we, you make a mess. The people and get the right for vote against you.
Let nobody not begin preach to anybody about ton. It's about the people and what they feel about you, what you do for them. If they feel say you do well for let them hire you again, they vote for you. We don't want any intellectual way, they try for analyze democracy for begin tell people about ton. There's no ton. Nobody not get ton at that country. Long not turn with people into to that kind of talk. Nobody not get no mandate for ton. We give you opportunity for let work for we. If you not do the right job, after 5 years, then vote you in or out. So let we people and get down. Say we give you opportunity now for let work for we. If you not do the right thing, then get the right for vote you out. It don't matter. If they encounter with the other party again, fine, let them encounter with her. But we will give you the opportunity now for showing something. So let that side collapse. Lord will begin talk about democracy here. We left this idea about ton. Please, no begin turn with people into anything that kind of sham behavior. No ton, no day. We hire you, do the right thing. If not, then get the right for vote you out. Period. All right. Then the next thing, this now for we leaders then. When trouble like waiting happen, now the time that the way we want anybody way they in our leadership, way they go now the media, forgive something to we people and we go change their life, we go give them peace of mind, we go begin calm them down. We need stable leaders then. We then get something, we they come out of them, we they make everybody say, thank God, where this person don't talk. Una go na the media, I don't go able to call name, but we get Mr. Alpha Saidu. That message where you pull out. Now you've been there on America now, with the call on you shows them and they talk like the salient man ever. And then you go sit down on television and speak like mosquito during the rebel time. Because the kind level of education, of understanding where people and get where the whole weapon at their hand. You know that. And then you say, shoot people on sight. And under democracy, you've been there now, you know the rule of law, now you can tell me about rules and constitution and all that. You disappoint me big time, man, big time. The time where people they don't even know, they're all confused. With the one excellent voice, we for calm them down and give them solace. Not to possible way they come, a leader. When something like that they happen, now the time you for show the kind of person where you be, not to the time for display acrimony, like you angry past the one the way that they run the streets. You supposed to go on television and talk to people and wait you go calm them down for let them think twice. Not to for let go and shout and try for this hammer business we don't use so much. Like every time we they treat with people like say na other place una come out. Any leader na that country they they try for talk to with people like they are human beings. I not care how much issue will happen. You not the leader, now you forget calmness for have quiet situation down. Not to for let you come and pour more fire. Now this would they try for ask una for let una do for with people. When we choose una as a leader, una for be calm and stable people so that people go look up to you when something like that this happen. If una they try for use and escape every time we something happen, there is no responsibility. Then tell we why we for look up to you again for a second time. If the time we trouble they come, they able for talk to we, for find a way how you for calm and down, rather you the fireball and more for let the fire continue for cage, for your own benefit. Usai una show the leadership. Una for able calm down and tell people and say, we understand the situation where they go on. We country not able to produce all what we need for produce. That time they said we not even need for let you talk about so much about policy or anything. That time they now find way how you for calm down the situation. Now for calm down the situation. You know, please, una help with people them. You know, una day before. So when una say something, it go far. And it's so unfortunate that you forget. All that talking and the way you talk, you there on a big media with the whole world, they hear you. You talk something like that day. If anybody be lost in life after we pronounce that day for curfew, my dear, one day you go answer to that too. You go answer to that. Because that not to the essence. The curfew was, people and they will not be pushed out for let them go work, for let them come on, let them go work, let them live their normal life. And then in the middle of the day, you call curfew and then you begin to tell them, say, if they see them, let them shoot them on sight. Shame on you. And then the next one, yes, definitely, it's true that we get a lot of vocationals. Then vocationals, and they've been done there for too long, for some time now, And I think the next thing for they talk about, people and they definitely wait and want go for go land. It's not free. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. And look at the situation then in the country. Now 3 nephews and they don't call me now. They want for receipts. And guess what? None of them know they fight for go this free education one that they talk about. The place where they want for admit them right now. Each one, then they ask for 1 million euros for be admitted at the school. The free education one that they talk about, they not the CMO. All the one the way they don't situate, they don't make them for second time. Now then they asking them for let them pay and they for let them go there. And then after the admission, now another 1.5 for these 8 months before they sit. 8 months or 6 months, I not even understand. Because the holidays and the game is so much pastoral in school before they sit. And so the vocationals then they are not a cheap thing for good day, not so free for good day. And so when would they say government for provide vocational, now we come to the reality, the vocationals then they, how is it affordable for let them go there? No. And believe you me, a lot of people and they don't even know who side for start, who that for ask. People and they know who that for ask. But believe you me, we'll get a lot of them way they don't even know who that for ask for help. For let them even get the form for good at that vocationally school they talk about. So when would they call on government where they tout education? Now, for let you find a way, these youth, wait and they in their 20s, 23, wait and the city again, if that vocational one that they talk about, it need for be affordable. For let them able go there. Some of them, they definitely wait they want go there, but affordable. So now look into that. When they say the vocationals and they, is it affordable? According to the standards within the country. Before you can't talk, say some of them, they don't want to go there, then just want to ride or car. Thank you so much, Triple. God bless.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Let me go through again. What I don't miss. Think say I don't get all man. Don't get all money, yeah. Okay. All good things must come to an end. We're not go tire for preach peace. You know, ever see people win by fighting war? By the end of the day, now peace, now ain't then go say for let them talk, for make everything return to normal. I dey hope and pray for the day where the youth themselves go get the willingness for one for help themselves. I have a story, not for today. Loud go no more. We'll go join AYV on Sunday tomorrow. But this Manchester issue, yeah, we need for come with the chairman himself. Because it look like, say, I talk of the town. Me don't know what happened, no. I really don't know what happened with Manchester. But I make you get down the whole field. Ingo can't tell. I just see people in the right turn on Manchester, man. I don't know. But then the whole field can't tell you. Mostly they actually say if Man U play today.
But they give the man them fool. I don't Man United them beat them. They beat them. Them blackouts and they out muscle and they overpower them. They obliterate them. They out muscle. They outrun. The language. I mean, I don't get enough language. I don't.
All the adjectives
I don't lost the vocabulary.
All the adjectives
I don't lost that. All done. Hey, boo. Oh, Manchester self. I don't call all them man in today. They all lock them out. Nobody knows a thing.
Then travel.
I know how nobody. Oh, then travel. Okay.
Yes.
People, they do a good job. Let God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
God will empower we. Yeah, God bless. Give me regards to all man and to God be the glory, Papa.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All the way from Edmonton, Canada, then the chairman himself, Daniel Oldfield, with the sports updates. I know they are right now. The kind of pain way some Manchester United fans then do it. You know, funny, Seth. Eh? He said them but food them. How for do? But we'll go there back on Monday. We forgot the rest. And Alpha Selo blow by them. Eh? When I the car up, I thought you guys were up. Hey. Oh, okay. I be fishing up on a do. We be on a don. On a the car up. Okay. We'll go there back on Monday. Lord rest too. Yeah? We pray for peace, for rain in Sierra Leone. We'll still hope and pray for a better future. So meet back on Monday. Triple A say tata.